Welcome back to Quantreef.com. XRP sitting right at 1.0605, right underneath a cluster of VWAP levels, which makes this a genuinely interesting spot. We'll walk through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, Fibonacci, fair value gaps, positioning, and the likely path over the next several hours. Let's get into it. Price is trading at 1.0605, and momentum here leans bearish. Price is sitting below session VWAP at 1.0658 and below both anchored VWAPs, from the swing high at 1.0687 and the swing low at 1.0725. With price under all three, sellers are effectively controlling value, and that's a clear sign this is acceptance below value for now. The nearer liquidity sits just below, around 1.054, carrying the larger resting size at 57% of the visible pool. That's the one price is statistically more likely to reach first given how close it is. The upside pool near 1.091 is smaller in comparison at 43% and much further away. Markets tend to drift toward the fatter pool because that's where stops and liquidations cluster, and clearing it lets price move more freely once absorbed. On the panel, resistance above is the 1H swing high at 1.0658, then the stop-loss level at 1.07564. Support below comes in three steps: target 1 at 1.0467, target 2 at 1.0254, and target 3 at 1.00418. Given price is under VWAP, the downside supports look more likely to get tested first, and a reclaim back above 1.0658 would invalidate that read. Above price there are three unfilled bearish fair value gaps. Nearest is the one-day gap between 1.0706 and 1.0955, then a 4-hour gap around 1.096 to 1.1039, and a further one near 1.113 to 1.1315. All act as magnets if price pushes up. On the Fibonacci side, price sits below the swing, closest to the 0.786 retracement at 1.0666, acting as resistance just overhead. Given how close that fib level is, price is more likely to react to it first before touching those gaps. The card reads watch, with N at 81 and HTS at 56. Readiness is decent, but the hard trend and volatility layers are what's holding it back. Trend and structure at 80.6 and institutional positioning at 74 are carrying the grade, while macro regime at 37 and statistical volatility at 26 are dragging it down. Retail longs sit at 73%, top accounts at 77% long, yet the 4-hour taker split is nearly even at 49.2 long versus 50.8 short, so the crowd is heavily long while actual flow is leaning slightly short, meaning a break lower could catch a lot of longs offside. Given price is under VWAP and the downside pool at 1.054 carries more weight and a much higher reach probability, that's the level most likely to get tapped first. If it sweeps and holds, expect a bounce attempt back toward 1.0658, squeezing the crowd that's short into that flip. If sellers keep control below there, 1.0467 and 1.02544 come into play. Remember, XRP largely follows Bitcoin's own liquidity structure, so any Bitcoin sweep can override this setup entirely. Check that picture first. Bullish case confirms on a reclaim of 1.0658, bearish case confirms on a clean break of 1.05 for toward the lower targets. So we're sitting at a real decision point. Whichever side takes that liquidity next likely decides where XRP heads over the coming hours. If this kind of breakdown helps, drop a like and subscribe. Quantreef.com runs this same 9-layer grade, probability and liquidity read across 100+ coins, with a 7-day trial if you want to dig deeper. This is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.